basically our burst, part of our burst. As you can see, I have 2 here. For every 4 sheets, we use or get rid of, we get another stack. So I used 4, I get another stack. I use another 2, and I get another stack. Each one increases our damage by 2%. And if I use burst, it will increase my damage by 10% since I had 5 stacks. So that's about it. Extra burst. So if they have 10 stacks, you might want to one-shot. Touch of Death. This is an ability a lot of people have been complaining about because basically it one-shots you. Usable at 10% with the set bonus. People always wonder why a monk can deal 350 and even more damage to you. It's only usable at 10%. It ignores reduce, so basically if you're at 10%, unless you have sheet death, purgatory, you're basically dead. I had a paladin burst heal a DK after his purgatory prop, and I used the Touch of Death, and even with Death Pack they couldn't get him back up before he was dead, because Touch of Death just deals so much damage. And if the even dispersion, you will one-shot him through dispersion. You've probably seen that in one of my videos. But anyway, Touch of Karma. This is an ability that's very important to keep in mind. If you see this up on him, and maybe even yourself, it's basically no point in attacking him unless you have a lot of damage. As for me, I have nearly 68% resilience, so I take a lot of less damage. So if trying to burst through my Karma is very hard. If you have 2 DPS, it's definitely possible, but you will take a lot of damage back. It's not an amazing amount in PvP because the damage is reduced by resilience, which is pretty bad, but you absolutely have to be careful if you see that thing up. Just switch right away, I'd say, and keep putting out pressure. Unless you have a kill going or you're like an execute range, and then you can just burst through right away, like Shadow Burn or whatever. Transcendence, this is basically our portal. We have a portal. If glyphed, it's 50 yards, but I don't glyph it. Few monks do, maybe Windwalker, Sweep, sorry. I don't know. But it basically has a cast time, so you can't jump out and use it in there. But it swaps the location between you and your portal, so now my portal is over there. And it has 45-second cooldown to set it up, and 25 seconds to use it. So if I were to use it again, I'd land there, and this thing would land here. And last but not least, we have Zen Meditation. It's 3-minute cooldown, reduces damage, all damage you take by 90%. If you take a melee hit, you will basically get interrupted right away. It is interruptible, so if you take like a counter spell, you will get removed from Zen Meditation. But what it does, it redirects 5 harmful spells. It includes CC such as Polymorph, Fear, to you. So if, say, a Warlock bursts with Chaos Bolt or Chaos Wave, you can just swallow all that and reduce the pressure on your teammates by a lot. That's basically about it for all the all the normal spells. I will probably have to make another video because this turned out to be pretty long, and I have a couple other things I have to go through. So I'll see how far I can go. Because you will probably see this in the next video, because I have a 15-minute limit on YouTube, so I'll probably upload 2 parts. Then we have, you don't have to worry about that, that's basically just TP to our monk trainer. You have Adaptation, and this basically makes you increase your dodge by 25% when you disarm. So when a monk is disarmed, it basically gives them extra survival. So basically if you're going to disarm a monk, only use it defensively, because when you disarm a monk, he can still stun you, and he can still use spinning Fire Blossom for full damage. So if you say disarm me and you're a warrior, you're basically only doing me a favor, because I take less damage from dodge, and maybe except for overpower, of course. But I will still spinning Fire Blossom you, so I will still do a lot of damage, and I can still stun and peel. I will just deal less damage with Rising Sun Kick and stuff, which is pretty bad in itself, but I can still deal quite a lot of damage. Afterlife, there's nothing you have to worry about, it's basically just our kind of victory rush. And there you have Ascension, I already gone through that. Tiger Eyebrow, I already showed you that. Your Blackout Kick, yeah, that's basically it. Dual Wheel, Fighting Style, that is Visualization. Oh, that's our Mastery. Our Mastery basically gives our jab a chance to proc a I will see if I can proc it here. A blackout kick or a tiger, basically for free. It's not very good, but it can be nice at sometimes if you have like double procs and you want to burst, or at least a blackout kick. Then you have sparring. Basically gives you 15% parry. It says it has a cooldown, but I've seen it basically up almost the entire fight, so I really don't know how this works, because it can renew itself, but it's a very strong thing, because I glyph it. A lot of people do glyph it. When you glyph it, it gives you not only 50% parry, but it increases your chance to deflect spells by the same amount. So you have a 15% chance to deflect any spell. That includes Frost Nova, Deep Freeze, Hammer of Justice, you name it, like Holy Shock, offensively of course, Frostbolt, Chaos Wave, whatever. Even AoE such as Blind, from Paladin, the blind thingy. So it's a very strong ability. It's a bit rare, because it's RNG based. 15% is kind of good, but sometimes it can save you the entire match. Sometimes basically it's pretty useless because it doesn't deflect anything. I've seen hexes and polymorphs and a lot of stuff deflected, so it's very good. Swift Reflect says, when a monk parries, he will strike you back. It has a 1 second cooldown. It deals quite a bit of damage, but that's basically it. We have a lot of parry. With sparring up, I have 23% parry chance, so basically 23% parry, and with while disarmed I have 36% dodge, so I have a lot of avoidance when both of these are up, which they are quite a lot, because I do get disarmed a lot, because people see I have double dancing steel, they think like, oh, I should disarm him because this will gonna be a full duration, but it doesn't really help you that much if you disarm me. That's why you probably see a lot of monks running without the anti-disarm. I don't know what it's called in Mist of Pandaria. Tiger Strikes. This basically gives monks the ability to hit hardest in the entire game as far as whites go. I'm going to see if I can proc some here. There we go. You see all those whites? It's just every hit is this much, and this is without burst as well. So it's just an amazing amount of white hits. The way it works is it procs off normal auto attacks, 8% chance, and it makes your next 4 attacks cause an extra attack. So basically it's a lot of white damage. Since I use dual will and my auto attack damage is increased by 40%, so it helped me even more. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helped you a little. Whether you're a new player looking to play Monk, or you're a seasoned player that doesn't even play Monk and you just want to know how they work, or maybe even if you do play Monk and you were looking for things you maybe didn't know before to improve your play, I at least hope it gave you some insight on how monks work. But thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe and comment if you feel the video was helpful. I appreciate constructive comments such as how I can make the video more interesting for the next video. But until then, peace.